Right, hi everybody, welcome to a further pickups video for Saturday the 10th of August. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is to you, wherever you may be watching. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment and ring the bell for further notification videos. If you have already been here before, thank you very much indeed for coming back. If it was you who put your finger in the butter last time in the game pantry, I'm on to you. Yes, do indeed welcome to the game pantry. This is what we call it because it's small, it's compact and it's jolly warm in here. And as you can see, we have another game going on in the background. Now this is a bit of a warning for you because you don't own this game. You better bloody get a copy of it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ghost Squad on the Wii. Now why should you own a copy of this game, Retro Bear, I hear you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. And the reason you should own a copy of this game is because it's so bloody cheap. You can get this game for £1 if you like Time Crisis, Time Crisis 2, Crisis Zone, those sort of games where you sort of move around for you when you take people out from that. This is the game that you should be getting, and it's one of the cheapest games on it. It's one of the first games I picked up on the Wii when I started collecting for it. Less than one of your English pounds for it. You're paying more for it, you're being ripped off. Honestly, it's such a common game. It's made by Sega. It's arcade bloody quality. What more do you want? Recommendation. There you go. Please, people take my advice. So carry on. Look at it. It's great. It's good fun. If you're not on them Wii zappers, it's even better. Right, rant aside, the bear is here, the pantry is here, the brush is here, and Aerosmith have turned up this week. I didn't ask them. But yes, we're ready to go. So thank you very much indeed for being here. Yes, and it was a bit of a strange old day yesterday, which was the 10th of August, Saturday, because it was a horribly wet day outside. I spent probably the best part of 2 hours being rained on. Before then the weather changed, and then for the next 2 hours I spent was being sort of slowly cooked from the outside and blown dry by the wind, because it was a very windy day yesterday. You may not have noticed, I don't know. Because of the weather, I really wanted to go a bit further afield. I was hoping to go into Wolverhampton, because I haven't been there since March last year. I had such a good day over there, come out with a huge sack of stuff. Spent a bit more than I usually do, but I did come up with a huge sack of stuff. Which is the same for effect, but yes, it was worth going, and I thought I'll go. I was going to go last week and I didn't go because there's something else I may have had to do which didn't materialise, but I've got some good stuff anyway, as you saw from last week's pickup video. This weekend I wanted to go, and because of the weather I decided not to, so hopefully third time lucky this coming weekend, because honestly and truthfully this weekend just gone was a terrible day for picking stuff up. It was rubbish. One of the worst days I've had for quite some time. If you go back to my chat videos last year, there were some weekends where I was picking up 2 games. Honestly, there is a video which is less than 2 minutes long when I picked up 2 games for 1 week. That's all I've managed to do. Ridiculous. And now, of course, 15 games takes about 45 minutes to get through. But persevered, and it actually didn't end up being too bad. But we shall see. So there is PlayStation 2, there is Wii, and there is original Xbox. Not a lot. No 360 stuff, which is really weird because I always get 360 games, but not this week. No PlayStation 3 stuff, which is not uncommon, but good because I'm running out of space for that. So if I'm running out of space for that, then I am going to start panicking. Yes, so strange all day, and there wasn't an awful lot there. The reason I didn't get a huge amount of stuff because I went to 4 towns that I go to semi-regularly, but 2 of them I went to last week and cleaned them out. So going back to one of them was a complete waste of time. And one I hadn't been to for ages, which just I hadn't been in there for months, and there was one charity shop still had games from 6 months ago which they haven't been able to shift yet, and I've got them all, so there's no point me buying them. And the other town I went to is my local one, and there was been nothing there for weeks. And there's stuff that I've seen. If Lee's watching over at You've Been Game, not Lee up in Sheffield who's been doing the Championship Manager videos, but Lee from my neck of the woods down here in the Midlands. I saw his last video he did. We picked some games up from we live in the same town, and I've seen a lot of those games already on the shelf. And I went into some of these places, and I can see he's already taken those from there. They've already gone, and those shops have got nothing left. So did find a few things, but not as much as I would like to. So I'll start with the PlayStation 2 stuff. It's going to be quite a quick video, this one. I'm going to have to sort of find some way to fit it through. I will do. It'll be close to 20 minutes maybe, I don't know. So these were in a charity shop where they were 3 for £1. and you'll see why they were 3 for £1. But I'm getting, it's all part of the collection. I've got quite a few of the iToy games for PlayStation 2 now, and this is the 2 more which I haven't seen before. First one, which is iToy Monkey Mania, which for those of you the initiated will realise that the monkeys in question are the lovable monkeys from the Ape Escape series, which first came out on PlayStation 1. I don't think I had it originally, because when it first came out it was made use of the analog controller. You had to use the analog controller sticks. If you didn't have those you couldn't play the game. I'm pretty sure that was what it was. These are just sort of like a series of party games with just the monkeys in it, which is slightly disappointing. But I love the fact they got these little hats on with the alarms on, so when they were running around in the game you're trying to catch them. Really cute looking things. I'm surprised they've not made more of that. I think there was an Ape Escape game on the PlayStation 3. I'm pretty sure of it. I think there was on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. Not including that one. So that was one of the games I got for £3. The second in that section, and this will make some people laugh, it looks like some sort of like futuristic skateboarding game. And this is iToy Anti-Grav. Obviously pronouncing it anti-grav to sound cool, hip and trendy. All 3 words that haven't been used since 1995. But it looks like it is some sort of futuristic skateboarding, skyboarding game. Use your body movement. Your body movement controls your hoverboard racer. Oh, hoverboard, that's it from Back to the Future, isn't it? Lean, duck, jump and move your arms to carve through the skies. And avoid spanners, possibly, if they were you doing duck jumping, dodging, diving and ducking. Yeah, sorry about that in the background, by the way. If I know I'm going to keep doing that and going white every now and again and just completely blocking me out, then I wouldn't have chosen that one. But it's a good game. Go and buy it. So that was the second one in that. And then the third game, which I actually, to be honest, I don't think it was a particularly bad game to pick up. It sounds really interesting. This is Let's Make a Soccer Team. Now, it sounds like the world's worst title for a game, because you look at that and you think, why would you buy a game called Let's Make a Soccer Team? First of all, it's a football team, okay? But secondly, it's from Sega, so why would you not buy it? It's very nice on the inside. The manual looks as if it's been ironed recently. And it's, looking at the back of it, I didn't read it and I thought, well, I haven't got this one, so I'll buy it because it was 3 for £1. But more importantly, when I look at the back of this, it says, create your very own football club. You name it, you run it. On and off the pitch, every aspect is under your control as you challenge the title. It's got licenses from the Dutch League, from the Spanish League. As chairman and manager, the pressure is on. Once you master the staff morale, the training, tactics and transfers, you've still got to develop your facilities and stadium, keep the sponsors happy and create and sell merchandise. It sounds to me really fascinating. If anybody's played it or ever heard of it before, let me know, because I'm really interested to see whether this is worth my time or not. I just like the concept of it. I think that sounds like a really fun game to play. You could all lie and tell me it's really, really good, but it'd be interesting to know. So that was 3 for £1 there. I then moved towns to another charity shop. Now, again, I don't usually make a habit of buying games which are platinum editions. If you saw the last video, I was sort of saying I was making notes of the platinums I've got in my collection in case I see better condition versions out and about. I've got some really, a couple of games I've got which are really stupidly cheap, like on the PlayStation 2. I'm thinking of primarily here, which is Oni, and also Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, which I think are ridiculously cheap games to buy, but I have platinum versions. I'm not entirely sure why I have those. So I'm a bit miffed. I've also a bit miffed with the fact that the cover's a bit ripped at the bottom. I didn't see it. And this is Ratchet and Clank 3, which is the PlayStation Platinum Edition. It was also sellotaped up, so as you can tell, and as always in these situations, there's no manual, and it is the Platinum disc inside. They've got that right anyway. And then there's the back of the box there. But again, for £1, I thought, well, it's Ratchet and Clank. It tends to hold its value. Turns out this is the least valuable game of the 3 to collect. In fact, 1 and 2 sell for more money. Well, I've got 1. I've got the original black label for that one. But yeah, it's £1. I'm not going to mess that one, especially a title like Ratchet and Clank. If it was a generic game which I could pick up anywhere, I'd left it where it was. So that was that. I'm going to show you now probably what's is great. Again, this, having looked up this online, I haven't seen any sort of trace of this at all anywhere whatsoever. The game itself isn't particularly anything outstanding. It's from the Lord of the Rings series, not the film ones. It's a completely different game. But I've not seen it before, and I was sort of taken aback by the fact it was priced up as it was. So this is the Lord of the Rings, the Third Age, and as you can see there, reflecting everything back at you, it's in a lovely gold tin. Now, for those who know watch my videos previously, I've got two tinned games. I'm trying to think of something funny to say. They're like tins of salmon, but that's not right. I've got 24 the game and Resident Evil 4 on the Steelbook, and I know there were very few games that came out on the PlayStation 2 with Steelbooks. I know Gernaldino got one in his last video, Area 51. There you go, Rob, there's you mention again, just keeping tabs on those. I wasn't aware of that one either. I certainly wasn't aware of this. Now this is a gold tin. For those you might not be able to see the sort of colour on that one. It is a gold tin. It's got on the back all the copyright information. So it's got on there. It says about the I'm not going to see that there, but the copyright information for the game and also the film. No slipcase with it. I mean, generally speaking, it's in pretty good nick. There's no real dents. There's a bit of scratching on the front. I would expect that if there's no cover on it. And when you open it up, if you can open it up, again, that's I love the embossing on the right, lovely embossed front. There's a copy of the game inside. There's nothing else in there. That is it. That's all it is. So I'm interested to know if that was part of a bigger set or not. The game itself is that one, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, which is a fairly uncommon game. The game itself sells for £1.50 in CEX. It's a very nice condition on the inside, manual and disc perfectly in harmony together. The outside of the box is very lovely looking as well, and this sells for £150. I pay £125, but I pay £125 for that, which is that's a good price to pay. I mean, it does give me a headache the fact it won't fit on the bloody shelf. But if anybody has come across this before, please let me know. So I'm just interested to find out where it's come from, because I'm not sure whether there's something missing off that. I'm looking at it, maybe something missing off it. Maybe it came as part of a box set. I know the DVD releases, because I've got those, came with some limited edition figures. You've got the limited edition figures of Gollum figure and the Two Towers and all that. And they Return the King set's got all those box DVD collector's edition with the figures. But I'm interested to know if that was part of a bigger set, or was that just it? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's something missing off it. But for £125, what am I going to say? Can't go wrong, can you? Can't go wrong. But also, actually, that's actually the Third Age of the game I've got on the original Xbox. I haven't got it on the PlayStation 2, so that completes my Lord of the Rings games for the PlayStation 2, including that dodgy version of The Hobbit that came out. I don't think I've got that on the original Xbox. I don't think I have now. A couple of Wii games. That wall is getting bigger. For CX pickup, this was 75p. This is U-Draw Studio Instant Artist. Yep, I know. But I bought the tablet ages ago, which came with U-Draw Studio. So this is actually one of the ones. Well, I think I only made about 8 to 13 of these. I'm saying that as a sort of give me an idea as an out for the Wii. But I think, from memory serves me correctly, where are they? Oh, they're behind my chair. Okay, they're behind my chair, so I can't check. But I think I've got 8 or 9 of these now. I think certainly there's a Marvel superhero Super Squad game I'm missing, and possibly a couple of others. But I've nearly got all the U-Draw games now, including the Enchanting Disney Princesses. Yes, that was top of the list, obviously. But very underrated piece of kit, the U-Draw. If you haven't picked it up, and don't forget, it didn't just come out on the Wii, it came out on the 360, it came out on the PlayStation 3. Again, the price on these a few months ago had gone back up again. It's sort of gone approaching £4 or £5, and they're back down now to £150. Get yourself one of these. They're a tremendous bit of kit. There's some the games that came out for them really good. From SpongeBob Squiggle Pants, for example, great game, really fun game. Even if you don't like SpongeBob SquarePants, it's really fun to play. So look out for it, because they are dirt cheap now. Lovely bit of kit. Unfortunately, it was the reason THQ went bust, but they just can't be choosers. Also, cash converters pick up as well. This was 49p, and this is another one of those stupid Playzone games. This is Knockout Party. Now, this also, again, if you remember my last video, I showed you a couple of World Sports Party and Sports Party games, which I bought from cash converters for 10p. This cost me 49 pence. But again, it goes for £3 in CEX. They sell it for £3. And it actually sort of looks like a bit more like It's a Knockout, but with less Stuart Hall, which is probably a good thing. Actually, even Mrs. Bear said it looks fun. And when she said it looks fun, then you know that she's vaguely interested in it. Sorry, love. Yeah, she takes a great interest. She first thing I do when I get back after picking these games up is sit down and go through what I picked up just to show her, and then she'll go through and say, yeah, oh, guess what? Oh, that looks good. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Oh, when I'm playing that, yeah, that's the rare one. That's the rare one. But yeah, so 49p, can't go wrong with that one. And that leaves me just one game. So it's a really short video, isn't it? Really short video. But undoubtedly, is there a better pickup than the one I've just picked up? Well, yes, there is. And there's a story behind it. So let's go through the story. The story was that first charity shop I went into, basically I'd sort of let a few people know, so I'm coming home now. I've had enough of this today. The last town centre I was in Dudley, the CEX had a disaster. The roof had basically, because of the rain they'd had a leakage. And there was a great area cordoned off in the middle of the shop where they got these giant, huge containers full of water, which had basically come through the roof, which sort of made me sort of think at the same time, well, first of all, the probably good thing for their stock is that some of the muck will be washed off it, and secondly, also for some of their customers as well, probably the first time that they've had a wash in a long time. Anyway, so there was nothing going on there, so I thought, right, I'm going home, I'm wet, I'm fed up, I'm a bit bored. And then Mrs. B's dad said he wanted to go for a walk round where he lived. I said, well, okay then. And by that time the weather had cleaned up nicely, and it's a decent town centre, some decent charity shops there, so I thought, well, it's not a complete waste of time. In fact, if anything, the last 4 games I've shown you, the Lord of the Rings one and the 2 Wii ones, that's the last 3 games, not 4 because this is the 4th one, the last 3 games came from that town centre, so in a way it wasn't a bad thing really. This other game I picked up as well, very first charity shop we went into, and they've had some 360 games there for quite some time which haven't sold because they're just too highly priced. I picked the good ones out there a few weeks ago. Those ones they still got to left. If you saw my video on the Gunstringer, which was a few weeks ago, I picked that up. That was one of the games I got from there, which was about the same price in CX, or a little bit cheaper than CX were charging at the time. And then a couple of the games I got from there as well, clean the ones up I wanted. And they had a couple of new games on the original Xbox. One was Freedom Fighters, which was priced at £2.50. Now, research told me that CX was selling that for just 50 pence, so I thought, well, I'm not paying £2. First of all, £2.50. You know, most of you falling off your chair now will spit your tea out. But the second game, which I saw priced at £2.50, I thought, well, this is a really common title. In fact, if anything, I'm pretty sure. No, I haven't got it. Oh, I thought I got it on the Xbox 360. I've got it on the Wii, and I'm just scanning across the room here to work out whether I've got it on PlayStation 2 or not. I don't think I have, but it's a very common game. You see it. I see the Wii version all the time, and I thought, well, that can't be worth anything. And then I sort of picked my phone, just going through my phone. I thought, well, I'll just check anyway, because I can't remember seeing it before. And if it's, you know, a bit of a rare one, I'll pick it up. And it was a rare one because it was priced at £2.50. CX trade it in for £6. So again, in my last video, the whole purpose of what's it worth, you know, sort of thing. So I'm buying it for £2.50. CX are buying it for £6. They're selling it for £15. That's a big profit margin, isn't it? And I've said before, many times in my videos, that some of their buying in price and their selling prices are really at one ends of the scale, and sometimes they're really close together. You can't quite understand it. Anyway, the game that I picked up was Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent, which is one of the very first games I picked up on the Wii when I started Wii collecting, like that one. And yeah, it was all in there, all complete. Somebody has written the 56 on the disc for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I had no idea this was actually quite a collectible game for the original Xbox. So that will probably sit now with Metal Slug 3, Conquer Live and Reloaded, There's a couple of others up there I've got as well, which is sort of like at the pricier end of the original Xbox games. So that was a really good find, that was, and I'm grateful that I actually managed to pick it up, because I was on the verge of going home and saying I've had enough. And I've just realised somebody hasn't written the word 56 on the back there, because that's actually on the front cover. It is height, 5'6". So actually it's even better. Well, there you go. I suppose I don't look at things properly when I buy them. But yeah, really nice find, that one. So that actually made it all worthwhile. In fact, if anything, that and the tin made it definitely worth going out. Okay, there's only 8 games there, it's not a lot. In fact, I think I worked it out afterwards, I'd got 8 games for £8 a game. And last week I think I picked up 14, I think I spent 12, 14 quid and got about 20 games. So it's not bad, is it, really, when you can do something like that? And you know, you've got decent games and you get rarities, so it always pays to look and just double check things. And I had no idea. I mean, 9 times out of 10 I'd have thought that's worth nothing, because I know the game it is. And I know that game is incredibly common on one system. I see it all the time, every week. You can guarantee, if you've got like 10, 15 Wii games on the shelf somewhere, you can guarantee a copy of Splinter Cell Double Agent will be in there. But the original Xbox game is not like that, and I've never seen it before. There we go, bit of luck. What can you say? Well done. I'm happy with that. So it made it all worthwhile, which is great. And that, Bearomaniacs, is the end of the video. Except, I forgot, because I don't usually pick other stuff up when I'm out, but I did manage. I was going to wear it, but I thought, no, I want to sort of save it for another occasion. But it's worth the showing it off, because also in a charity shop I did manage to pick up a t-shirt, and as you can see, this has got the hilarious, honestly, when I saw that I had to have it. I don't have many yellow t-shirts, but yes, I think you'll see that's quite fetching, actually. And it fits as well. Despite my ever-increasing girth, it fits. So, yes, and that was £4. And again, I don't mind paying £4. It's actually, I say, it's from a charity shop. It's in very good condition. There's no holes there. You know, they've washed it, so it's all fine. There's no sort of decay under the arms or anything like that. Lovely little knit condition t-shirt, that one. Nice colour as well. So I'm looking forward to showing you that in another video. I'm not sure if you've seen this one before. You may have done. You may not be able to see because my fat's rolled up there. But it says games were better in my day, and it should be underneath the in brackets, despite the fact you had to wait 10 minutes for them to load, and they possibly might not have loaded first time. End of brackets. Anyway, that is it. Thank you very much indeed for watching. The pleasure of your company has been wonderful as always. Please do check out the content on the channel, and don't forget to join me and the brush back in the pantry same time next time when the video goes up, wherever you are in your world. But until then, thank you very much indeed for watching. Do take care. Bye for now.